What's up, Griddle Nation? Thanks for tuning back in. We're over here at Jeff's house today. He's agreed to make us street tacos, right?
First sunny day we've had in a while.
Yeah, we actually went riding yesterday and it was snowing. So.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Jeff took off the
What
hat.
just happened?
I was just gonna make fun of him for that
Holy-
too. I'm gonna be like, I'm wearing shorts. Jeff's got a snow
Charlie,
cap
go
on.
eat that.
But anyways, Jeff's making us tacos. We hope everybody's safe out there with COVID. Such a pain in the butt, this thing. But Mexican street tacos. It's gonna be quick. Smells good.
A couple things I needed to do before the guys got here was I just needed to make the marinade to prep the steak. I ended up getting skirt steak and flank steak because that's what they had and I wasn't complaining, so I got one of each. So you'll see they definitely have different texture. This is a flank steak that I cut in half, and then this is the skirt steak. This one, as you can see, has a lot more marbling, so it's going to be nicer, but I think they'll both do well. So for the marinade for those, which I want to do about 4 hours in advance, we're just going to start with a bunch of cilantro, the whole bunch, and I just minced it up. You'll see that, you know, with cilantro, you definitely want to make sure you rinse it, get all the sand out of it. And then that's it. So then mince it up. Got about a half of a cup brown sugar. You got juice of a lime and the zest. So with zesting, it's kind of a pain, but it does give it a little extra flavor, a little extra texture. 5 to 6 cloves or good-sized cloves of garlic, minced up. You want about a tablespoon of cumin. And then about a half cup of oil. And then once this is all mixed together, we'll be ready to put the steak in. Put it in the fridge, let it sit for a couple hours. You just want to make sure that you coat it all. You're going to see, we're just going to put that in there, coat it around. I pat these steaks dry just so it sticks a little better. That's what the paper towels are for. Like I said, you just want to make sure that they're nicely coated. So about 4 hours in the fridge. That'll take on some of the flavor nicely. A couple other things I wanted to do in advance. I'm going to pickle some onions, so I'll do that next, along with make an avocado-based sauce to go on the tacos. So this is really the secret weapon. Tried this a couple times, just comes out so good. Nice sauce to top the tacos with. Perfect avocado. So you take the avocado, scoop it out, whole thing, right in there. So you get a whole avocado right there. You got a bunch of cilantro. Again, rinsed very well. Very well. You got the juice of one lime. Nate and Chris don't know about this, but I'm sneaking in a long hot pepper. Depending on how hot you want it, you can go a little lighter with the jalapeno, a little stronger, whatever you want. And then about 1 tablespoon of mayonnaise. And then 2, obviously good-sized tablespoons, sour cream. Now this is probably going to make a mess, but it's definitely going to be worth it. Let's see if we can do this without getting it all over the place. After we get this mixed up, we'll throw some salt and pepper in there. As you can see, I'm using an immersion blender here. You can just as easily use a food processor. It'll work just as well. Fresh pepper. Pinch of salt. That's it, the ultimate taco sauce. So last thing I want to do for prep is I'm going to pickle some red onions. Easy enough to do. Just take a small red onion, sliced up, pretty thin. Put it into boiling hot water. And you're going to let that sit for 3 to 4 minutes. While that's setting for 3 to 4 minutes, we'll just set the timer. Do 3.5. You're going to want to just make the brine. And the brine is a cup of water. And this is all approximate, but a cup of water. You want about a half a cup of your vinegar of choice. Some people like apple cider, some people like red wine. I just like regular. So I get that. Got a tablespoon or so of sugar. Got a pinch, we'll say tablespoon of salt, give or take. And then in addition, just want to put some peppercorns in there. Stir that up. Once that's stirred up, your onions will almost be done. Strain the onions, put them right into there, let them cool completely, and then put them in the fridge. You want to give them at least a couple hours before you use them, but really doesn't matter if you like onions, it's really good.
But Mexican street tacos, it's gonna be quick, smells good. Jeff's about to drop the steak on the grill. Let's check it out.
Thanks for tuning in.
So, you got the griddle as hot as it can go, right? Yeah, so I think Jeff's plan here is, this is gonna cook quick, but he really wants to get some solid caramelization on the outside, because you're serving this rare, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you want the meat crispy on the, nice and brown as much as you can on the outside, and then rare on the inside?
Yeah.
Thick.
That's the biggest skirt steak I've seen in my life.
That's what she said.
I was thinking about frying it, but I'm like, you know what? Go with it.
Yeah, that came from the mother of all cows right there.
All right, guys, I think Jeff is just getting ready to flip. I think, right, Jeff? What do you think?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, throw that right up to the camera if you like it. There you go. And it's only been about 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah, about that. Oh, that's like perfect. Perfect. I like it.
So this big one in the back, let's talk about that. So the big one in the back is
I'm suspect that it's not skirt steak.
he went to a different market for that. Jeff, talk about that. Here.
Use my mic.
That's all right. It looks like flank steak, it's just thicker.
It looks like
skirt.
steak, but it's
The texture, it's all there.
the texture's there, but it's a big sucker.
It's a fat cow.
It's a fat cow. So he got the mother load on that one.
You know, I hate to say this, but now that I've seen Jeff's head, can you put the hat back on?
Yeah, actually, get that Land Rover thing back.
Actually, probably most of our male subscribers now have that same haircut because you can't go to the friggin' barber anymore.
One of my buddies at landscape with today, he had the shaved head.
Is that my nephew Zach showed up? He had the shaved head. It's coming back now, but
This thing is a beast. It's the biggest skirt steak I've ever seen, and it's just getting up to temperature. It's probably been 20 minutes now of flipping it.
I think it was labeled a little bit wrong.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want
No,
to.
it's
I don't
fine.
want to contradict you, Jeff, but I'm gonna go with they labeled that wrong.
I don't know. unless it's like a piece of brisket maybe, you know.
I think it looks like a mock tenderloin, but
Well, that char is actually amazing for flavor. So I'm looking for that without overcooking it. And I think we're pretty much there. You know, we're looking to get this to the 125, 130 range, give or take.
which is fairly rare.
So we're at 128, 129. So this thing's almost ready to pull. Crusted, it looks good. Coolest temp is 125. So we're pretty much there. We're pretty much there. So we're gonna take these off and let them rest. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna throw my new Blackstone taco shell holders right onto the griddle. I'll show you how those work to warm up the tortillas. Then I'm also gonna cook some of the long green pepper that I had in the mix for the sauce.
And hey, nobody
Long
can
green
leave
pepper.
a negative comment about Jeff's taco holders because I've been hearing about these things for a year because he loves them so much.
All right, so griddle's cleaned off. We're going to put these Blackstone racks on there, start warming those up. This is the long green pepper. It's got some heat, probably more than jalapeno.
Is that the same one we used in the kebab video?
Yes.
Yeah, that's got some heat.
It's got some heat.
That's got some heat.
So I'm just going to put that on with a little bit of oil. Start softening those up a little bit. You can smell the capsaicin, like you can,
Oh yeah, yeah, it comes right off.
yeah,
Smells like a hot pepper.
yeah. So I'll do that. And then this is the magical,
Devil, by the way. Devil.
They are hot.
get some,
All right, Jeff's favorite taco holders in action.
this thing is amazing, especially for crunchy tacos because you no longer need the oven. You put them in as you're cooking the beef and they crisp up nicely. With these, it's going to warm up the tortillas without burning them or making them too crispy. So they're still going to be soft but warm.
Yeah, it does hold them well, huh?
Yeah, and then we're going to be able to serve right into this and plate them just from this. So you'll see at the end there. But we'll let these warm up for a little bit. We'll let those brown a little bit, soften. We'll be back. Take those two if you can.
And maybe,
These are done.
yeah. Wait, come on, let up.
It's got some heat. So Nate, what's your take on this?
I'm telling you, well, up in our neck of the woods, they call it a mock tenderloin. Some places call it a pot roast.
We'll put
but-
that one aside for now. We're gonna go with what I know is a flank steak. You can see the grains going that way, so we're gonna cut it this way. And this has been resting for, I don't know, 5 minutes or so. So we're still gonna cut it thin.
I like your knife.
So this is a little well done for me.
Well, he's also cooking for his kids, so.
Yeah, the wife and the
they
kids.
don't like it,
And this was very, very like light on marbling and fat.
Yeah, flank is pretty lean.
Yeah, so it was really lean. So I'm not really happy with that, but
Well, it's juicy.
flavor-wise, it's going to be
very
there.
juicy, actually.
Yeah, you can see the juice coming out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Flank for a long time was an affordable cut until Food Network started putting it on like every single show back in the early 2000s, and all of a sudden it went from, you know, $6 a pound to 9 or 10. There goes Chris's finger.
Yeah.
so now we're going to put that aside. Let's cut into this tongue or whatever it is. We're going to go. So this is going this way, right?
Yeah, you got grain going. You got grain going that way.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut like this.
Oh, yeah.
That is a mock tenderloin.
That's a mock tenderloin. There's the tendon that we always take out. So
So thank you, McKinnons, for packaging and selling the wrong product and charging me $10 a pound
at the wrong
Illegally-
price.
at the wrong
Illegally-
price. Yeah, that's definitely
That's
mock
not right.
tenderloin.
That's aggravating.
So anyways, if you want to come down here, you'll see this is mock tenderloin. which is a really good cut, except that you have to cut this out because otherwise it's just going to be a chewy piece of.
That's an elastic.
It's like an elastic. You're not going to be able to break through it.
Tell them exactly what it was labeled, Jeff, because that's terrible.
This is Skirtsteak. This is Skirtsteak.
That's what it was labeled as.
Yeah. So I'm going to try and cut
But
that
what
out.
is it? Mock tenderloin.
I mean, it just depends on where you live in the country because sometimes they call it pot roast. I think I may have seen it called chuck fillet.
We get ripped off. Eat a case.
All right. So either way, that's the tendon that you want to take out if they do the same to you.
Looks great otherwise, though,
But-
Jeff. Nice and rare, nice and juicy.
Nice color. So we're going to go with, cut it one more time right there.
You're breaking them down to the size of the tortilla, right?
Yeah. So that way we can cut across the grain still. It's definitely juicy. See you at the griddle. All right, guys. So
You got it?
now we're going to build our tacos, and that's where these things shine. So these are actually nice and hot now, nice and warm. So we're going to start with cheese on the bottom. Put some cheese in there. Meanwhile, we still got the heat on.
Hey, how do you know it's recording?
So anyways, Chris is trying. So we get cheese.
I wasn't recording.
We're going to do a little bit of lettuce.
No, it's
Jeff's been raving about these
So anyways.
taco holders. I see the advantage, Jeff. They're working well.
6 feet.
They're working well. How much were they?
Like $12 a piece, I think.
That's not bad. How many can you do? 1, 2, 3, 4,
12.
5, 6.
So they seem to fit well with the taco kits.
Oh, right, because they come in kits of 12 shells. Ah, somebody was thinking.
Jeff, these are your favorite things, right?
Favorite.
As far as cooking on the griddle?
This and regular tacos.
Any of the
Crunchy
kids going
tacos.
to eat these? Or
No, these are just for us. We'll do another batch for the kids. We got plenty of beef.
okay.
Not skirt steak, but beef.
So regular taco to you is what?
Is a crunchy shell, hamburg, with taco beef, with taco seasoning. Gonna do a little more cheese
And a lot less effort.
and a lot less effort. And then
You
you
know.
just,
Hamburg's easy. Do you throw it up frozen like Nate, or?
it
The
doesn't really,
Ortega packet. You
doesn't
know,
really matter.
Old
but
El Paso, Ortega. I gotta take a bite off my lap because I know it's gonna pour all over me. That's outstanding. Well, I will say, ooh, heat. Absolutely delicious, Jeff. And
Freshness.
even with a soft taco, it holds its shape nicely.
What do you think about those black stone holders?
I'm sold. I'm not going to apologize for picking on you, but I'm sold.
The onions. I'm getting a lot of flavors in my mouth. Oh my God, it's so good.
All right, who's gonna round this out?
I'm too busy stuffing my face. All right. The key here, Jeff, the
Oh, so good,
pickled
Jeff.
onion and that
Jeff,
sour,
good job.
sour cream sauce, outstanding. Definitely crust the beef if you guys cook this. I would recommend doing this. It looked like a lot of work for you, but these are freaking delicious.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Yeah. So guys, stay safe, stay sane. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Do us a favor. Same as always, hit the like, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.
We're all in this together. Keep saying it. We'll get through it.
Big surprise. Waiting for Nate and Chris. You know, as usual. Oh wait, that's not even Nate and Chris. Here they come. It's only been, what, 5 minutes or so?
No.
Yeah, about 5 minutes. Oh, good thing Chris has that $25,000 machine.